Let's get it started. T to the M to the IDD. We are live. Let me grab my phone real quick. It's 11 o'clock at night. This is a late one. I got a late start today. But no matter the time, we still gonna make it happen. 1021, what's going on? Yorvit, what's going on? We got a lot of things to talk about. I'm looking on my channel right now because I was just thinking to myself, I was saying that I have not went live with a photo shoot that I was doing in a while. So I wanted to talk about a few things that have transpired since then, because as you all know, a lot has happened. I see 3 weeks ago, but okay, so I think this was it right here. Yes, so it was about a month ago since I went live with a photo shoot. So let me grab okay, I got my other phone right here. What's going on, Tony? What's going on? We got a few things to talk about, as you can see from the title. Now I'm gonna multitask real quick. How are y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? Let's see. The notification. It's late, but I thought that since it was Friday, people would be up. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see who up. And I'm about to go live on this Instagram to bring some people over really quick. You know how that go. You gotta do several things. Okay, so let's see. So how y'all doing? Let me know how the week was. What is going on? Okay. I'm pretty sure y'all seen that thumbnail, right? I'm pretty sure y'all seen that thumbnail. So yes, I am live on YouTube. So come on over to YouTube, TMIDD, and we're gonna have this discussion. This good discussion. Oh, we doing good. Okay. That's what's up. All right, we're gonna get into this. What's going on, Stan? Yeah, come on over to that YouTube platform, so we can have a nice talk. So what I wanted to talk about was something that I talked about a little bit on Instagram, but I wanted to bring it to YouTube as well. So a lot of the content that I pushed out from I guess for the last 2 weeks, honestly. That's how long it has been. The last 2 weeks has been a lot of content that has come from WPPI. So that's been one thing. Now we have a few people that came through to WPPI. It was actually a great turnout. It was actually a great turnout. A lot of people came to show out. They had the photo walks. So I kind of run through how my time at WPPI went. So that the first official day was on a Sunday, but I didn't want to fly in on that day because the flights from the East Coast to the West Coast run kind of funny. So I ended up flying in on a Friday, and it was a late Friday. You get the 3-hour time difference. So I got there late Friday, and I stayed somewhere else until Sunday. Now, one thing that happened to me was the worst case. I mean, this had to be the worst case. The worst case of me having models flake. Now, I didn't really dedicate the time to look for models like way beforehand. It was kind of like the day of, maybe like 2 days before, day of, and I just started reaching out to a lot of people because I seen where I was staying at, which is another resort that's probably 30 minutes from Vegas, and I seen it had a lot of stuff there that I could use to do photo shoot. So I was trying to utilize that resort space and create something while I was there. Now, I probably reached out to about 10 to 15 models, probably about 10 to 15. Yeah. Everybody watching on IG, come on over to YouTube. That's where I'm hosting this at. I'm just trying to get people to transition over to YouTube before I shut down this IG feed. So basically, I had about 10 to 15 models that I reached out to. Now, of the 10 to 15, I had about 5 solid models that responded. And then from the 5, they just trickled down to the point where I had nothing. I mean, it was like absolutely nothing. Like they would say they would be ready to shoot. Now, keep in mind this was last minute, so I wasn't really taking it to heart or anything. But I think this is probably the worst case of flaking that I have had. It didn't really matter too much to me because I already knew that I had all this other stuff lined up. But if I could have been able to do that at the location I was at, it would have been a nice little additional piece for me. Now what we got going on is, let's see. So my honest impression of the WPPI. Now this was my first one, and I'm not really a person that does the classes. So what it more so was for me was being able to go to the trade show and look at the new products that people have, and then the opportunity to network and collaborate and create content with creators and even people that support my stuff, here on YouTube. So that was kind of like my main focus. So really it was the creating first, and then secondly it was interacting, with people. Well, more so going to the trade show. So it was kind of twofold. Both of those things happened, which was good. I did notice that we could start with the trade show because it was kind of a short stint. Now it opened up like WPPI was on Sunday. The trade show didn't open up until like Tuesday. Now on that Tuesday, the trade show was packed. Like I was able to go in there just a little bit, but I had a photo walk to go to. So I just went down and perused through really quick. And from what I could see, it was packed compared to the next day I went when I didn't have anything to really do, and it wasn't as many people. So definitely would go the day that it opened if you want to catch any and everybody, because that's where everybody was. That's where everybody was at. So definitely the first day the trade show opened, be there. What's going on, Bree? SJ. So that was the thing with the trade show. Now, as far as products and things like that, they say that most of the time more people come out, but Nikon was there, Canon wasn't there, Sony wasn't there, Fuji wasn't there, Panasonic. None of the Only Nikon was there. Now you did have Adorama, you had Gigado, a few other brands, like one that came out with this speed box, which is one of the things that I saw. Now, you all let me know. Portability is kind of like one of the biggest things that you look for as a photographer, right? Adorama, Easy Lock Glow, they came out with a new collapsible speed box that basically has like the Bones mount connector integrated, and then you can add different inserts, whether you have a Godox or you have an Elinchrom or whatever. And the way it folds down is pretty interesting. Now I was wondering if that was more portable, because it actually flattens like almost like a pancake, versus the way they collapse down now. You still have like a cylindrical type of softbox that you have to pack away. So I didn't really know if that form factor mattered as much, because me personally, when I take my softbox, I just collapse it and I put it on a check-in bag whenever I fly. I don't ever take it like as a carry-on. So that was one thing that I wanted to know, like as far as portability, if that was a thing. Oh, so you about to drop that review, Ryan? Come on over to YouTube. Everybody on YouTube land, before I shut down this IG feed. So yeah, that was one thing. Now it was priced at about $275, I believe, and I was wondering, was it worth it? Now I'm kind of in a situation because I did buy that Manny Ortiz softbox, which was $300. So, which one would I rather have? I would probably go for the Adorama one, to be honest. But I'm still wondering if at that price point, because keep in mind, for Easy Lock Glow, you can get a 34-inch softbox for about $70. So it kind of makes me feel like I'm paying an extra $200 for the ability to make it collapsible. And also that Manny Ortiz beauty dish has inserts as well. And now the Easy Lock Glow has those same inserts that you could switch it out with. So that was something interesting that I seen right there. It's all about modularity. So they are trying to flex it. What is going on? I have I appreciate it, AP. Yeah, we stay up all night. All right, we don't sleep. We don't sleep, AP. You got hang with us. So y'all let me know. Would y'all pay $275 for that ability to collapse it, or are you gonna take that $70 softbox and keep it moving and keep working? Because that price point is kind of a thing. When you typically look at Easy Lock Glow as a brand that has an affordable light modifier, now for it to go from that to that, and I feel like I'm paying $200 for the ability to collapse it. So I'm trying to see. Let me rock the Manny real quick. That's true. Is portability a huge factor in your decision? Yeah. So that's a good question. For me, portability, I wouldn't say is a huge. It isn't really a huge thing when it comes to soft boxes, because they are not. They aren't that cumbersome for me in the first place. Most of them, like, unless you get to the big ones, like when you start going 48, things like that, I would say, if you're outside, most people are around 36, 34. Let me know. You all that shoot on location, when you shoot outside, what's the biggest light modifier you use? Because I know me, I'm typically at 34, 36 if I use the Manny Ortiz one, because that's what it is. But other than that, I'm typically 34. Now, when I go inside the studio, I'll go with the 65, for that nice soft light. But at that point, I don't need to be portable anymore. So that was something that I was looking into. 36. Okay. SJ. So SJ, you use a 42 outside? 48 outside. I'm trying to be okay. So it depends on if you're trying to be fast. Okay. Yeah, I do remember using that 48. So I guess, and that's the thing. When you get those bigger ones, then they start to become wind sails. So then you need those sandbags and things like that. So at that point, I think about portability. Now, when I'm thinking about portability, if I'm traveling to another state, that's portability right there. But if I'm traveling to another state, I'm personally probably not going to take a 48. I'm probably going to look at, like, my bag that I have now. I'm going to look at, I got an 8300. I also have the 33-inch Easy Glow softbox that snaps right into the head of the 8300. So I don't even need to bring an adapter. Oh, that's probably going to be my best portable set. And that's what I brought out to Vegas because it's just nice and easy. I throw it, it goes right into my check bag. So that was one of the things that caught my eye. But then I was like, is this really something? Because it's another company called SMV, I believe. They have a speed box that also collapses like that. So that was something that I seen that was kind of hitting the marks right there. Okay, 36. I use my 47. Wow, 47 outside. Man, y'all not playing. Y'all like messing with the wind, huh? My main go-to was the Glow 42 Beauty Dish before I got the wide reflector. Got you. Now, okay, so you talk about the 47, the 42, the 48. How is that in terms of portability for you? Like, is that a hassle when you shoot on location? Would you like for it to be able to collapse? Pretty much what happens is I don't have not y'all know I ain't in the studio right now, but pretty much what happens is the back of the softbox, instead of it being cylindrical, it basically collapses in half so that it could lay flat. So then instead of this cylindrical footprint, you have probably like a probably 2.5, 3 inch kind of thickness from that mount instead of a circular footprint. So it does save some space, but is that space important to you? That's what it comes down to. Is it $200 important? I might just need to borrow one from Ryan. I'll make a review and then I'll send it back to you. That's how we could do it. See somebody tomorrow night. Table. That sounds good, Chuck. I'll look out for that. We don't have one like often. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so now on that side, that was something nice that I seen. Nikon had a booth. That was good. I got to talk to them, give them my opinion on how they kind of do things out there. Smaller all around besides the mount feature. Yeah, I mean, I get it kind of was, but that was like the main. That was like the main selling point of it. So I was kind of focusing on that. It's 100% worth it because it speeds up my workflow, especially on location. All right, Ryan. When the last time you shot on location? Let us know. All right. So then the next thing was they had models there where you could actually take portraits of them. Let's see. And I'm going to try to pull up some portraits. That review's only details I can give right now. When that's the only. Okay, so you ain't been on location in a while. Is that what you're telling us? That's what we want to know. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been outside. But y'all know what? It's getting warm out here. Like it was actually 70 degrees today. So you know that I'm lining some things up. And I'm gonna get into that because I haven't been live in a month with a photo shoot for myself. So I'm going to talk about that too. But I was looking through Nah, it's going to be in the video. Oh, okay. So you been outside. Okay. So the other piece was they had some models there where you could take pictures of. Now, what I'm trying to do is bring that up for you all so you can see some of the stuff, because I know that these images probably are not going to make it in a YouTube video. I just finished the shoot today. Had a great evening. Was it on location? All right, so I think I got the images right here for y'all. Yes, these are the images. I'm gonna go through some of them now. So that was pretty much the only thing that I saw that kind of captured my eye. Of course, everybody else was showing things. I believe I saw Westcott, but you know, they give you these swag bags when you walk in, as if you're gonna get like a lot of swag. And I got a Nikon Z9 shirt. I don't even know where that shirt at. Probably wouldn't wear it, but got a Nikon Z9 shirt, and it really wasn't anything more. Now, I've heard that it's typically more stuff out there. I appreciate the likes too, you all. But my bag was so empty, I just put the bag back. I mean, one sandbag tends to get the job done. No, man, look, if I could put TMIDD paraphernalia on there, then I'll wear it. You got 6 wears out of it. Man, matter of fact, maybe I could do a giveaway, a Nikon Z9 shirt giveaway to a Canon user. Maybe that'll work. All right, so let me go to these images so y'all can see. So what I try to do is bring y'all along for the ride. And so how I was doing that was the first day I was in Vegas, WPPI. Y'all have to understand like how crazy this was. The first day I made a vlog of the first day of me getting there. I edited that video the same day and put it out. Now, if you know how much work that is, then you know. If you don't, go like that video for me because that was a lot of work. Like same day delivery on a video. Come on now. Yeah. Listen, my bag was so empty. I had a sticker. I said, man, y'all can take this bag back. Ain't nothing in there. Now listen, all right, look, let me show y'all this, because I had Ike working after one of the walks. Let's see. Oh, did he? Oh no, this JPEG. Okay, this will work. Y'all know what software you use on video editing. So I use Premiere. So I started with Premiere back in like 2017, 2018. So I just been Premiere, especially like once you get all the shortcut keys and things like that down. Yeah, it speeds up the workflow. But let me show y'all this Z9 file. I was trying to get a new banner for my YouTube channel. And we were leaving out of the desert in Vegas. Now let's see. I might be asking the computer to do too much. But let's see. Okay. We're going to bring it right here. Okay. So I want to show y'all these images for the first, struggling through Final Cut. Final Cut won't be that bad. You'll get through that. Oh man. Okay, here we go. Now it wanna work for me. So I wanted a silhouette. Okay, so here is my screen, you all. Let me come over here. Okay. So this is a Nikon Z9 file. So I kind of wanted a silhouette to put in my banner on my main YouTube page. So I told Ike to snap some pictures for me real quick. I kind of put it there, but I didn't make it perfect. So we kind of got like the Z9 getting me in motion right here. Bless K, how are you doing? Learning photography, what great info are you sharing tonight? So we have a few different things being shared tonight, from a recent photography trade show to a lighting workshop that I'm going to potentially be putting together virtually, to some of the gear that I used. So it's a lot. So this was with the Nikon Z9 with the, let's see, I think this is the 85. Yeah, so this is the Nikon Z9 with the 85 mil on there. And so I had got those shots for my YouTube. And that was kind of like after we had did a shoot already. So some of the shots, or some of the things that we have. Okay, let's see. Shoot Nikon. That's the best advice. Wow. DaVinci Resolve. Okay. Now that, like, color. Yeah. I know all about that, Kendrick. What's going on, TJ? Yeah, that's Sony A7 III. I want to use that Sony A7 IV. I need to find somebody with that. Philander, what is going on? So we had some models. So this is the great thing. Like, if you don't have a portfolio, or you're working to get a portfolio, WPPI would have been a great place to be, because he has so many different models, so many different looks, even from the photo walks. Investing in yourself, that's a big thing. You have to pay for the photo walks, but you get so much in return in terms of the knowledge that you just have out there by your side. Even in the trade show is 100% free, right? And they even have models in there as well. So let me show you all some shots that I got of these models. And I'm trying to see. Okay, it must be at the top. What's going on, Jermaine? So we have, let's see. Which one is this? Okay. All right. Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna show y'all. So listen, this was one thing where we were talking about. It just depends on where you are at the moment because things just happen randomly. This was like a photo shoot that wasn't even supposed to happen, and this was like 1 a.m. Now, don't judge this picture. I just took it because I actually didn't have my photo camera with me. I only had my video camera with me, and we weren't going back to the hotel. So I said, let me just take some pictures with what I have. And so this is actually a Sony A7S II photo, and this is just straight out of camera. And also, she wasn't particularly focusing on me. I was just getting some side shots, and but that just lets you know, like, that could have been additional images for your portfolio right there. So that was crazy. Next post will be a trade show model. Yeah, I was trying to show the trade show models that I had. I have so many images though. It's just crazy. So did you recently attend a training convention? So what I attended was a WPPI, which stands for Wedding and Portrait Photographer International, I believe. So let's see. Okay, let's see. I'm going through these files. If y'all seen like all of these files that I have those pictures. So, actually, they may be still in my camera. That makes sense. But I do have these right here that I'm going to show you, which this was a part of. This was a part of another situation where this was not planned. Like, this photo shoot happened just on the day. It was like, oh, we got this model, y'all want to shoot? It was like 10 o'clock at night. So let me show y'all this. I actually have I'm actually about to make a video on this session right here. But this was another one, and I was actually using ambient lighting with just the modeling lamp. So this is the modeling lamp, no flash. How many SD cards did you fill up that week? Man, listen, that particular week, so what I do is back up all my data. So that particular week, I probably filled up 2 to 3 128 gig cards, because if you think about it, every photo shoot that I do, or every day, I was doing video. So I was recording everything. So that on the video side, it was heavy. But then also the photo walk side, it was heavy as well, because on the Nikon Z9, I went into 20 frames per second for some of the looks, like when she dropped the dress, just so I could make sure I had a shot that I wanted. And so those files are hectic. And I shoot RAW plus JPEG, so that puts a little bit extra on it. So I definitely filled up, and every night that was a process. It was like I had to dump my data and back it up. So what I would do is clear my memory cards off, put it on a hard drive, and put it on the drive on my computer as well, just in case. I always do that just in case. So I always have a second copy. until I get what I needed. Yeah, it was video that took up the gigs for sure, because I shoot 4K. So that was one at night. And then let me show you all this one. This one I actually used the flash, but I didn't expose for the ambient. It is what it is. But I just hurried up and took the shot because I think somebody else was shooting at this point. I can't really remember. But this probably will be the thumbnail for when I release this video. And how did you like the feel of the Z9? That is a flagship camera and built with the battery grip, isn't it? Yeah, so one thing that is interesting is that the Nikon Z7 II that I have, the person sold it to me with the battery grip. I tried to get some money off of it because I told him that I didn't need the battery grip, but he was selling it as a full package. So if you see my Nikon Z7 II, it's actually kind of the same form factor as the Z9 with that battery grip. So it didn't bother me any. It was heavier though. Definitely it was heavier. So would I prefer without the battery grip? I think if I was doing more video with that Z7 II, then yeah, I wouldn't want that battery grip. But since I use it mainly for photos, it doesn't bother me. And it also gives me extra battery life too. So that's kind of a good thing. How you doing, Charles? No problem for the answer. Lunderstan, I believe. I hope I'm not butchering that. Hope I am not butchering that. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I want to show you all another. So this is actually a challenge that somebody else is going to put out. I did not. Some of these pictures I did not put out, but you can see that I made a video about ND filters on my channel. If you did not see that, definitely go check that out. But this was a challenge that we did. And so this was kind of why I wasn't really upset about all the models that flaked on me, because I knew I just had other content that was coming down the pipeline just from other shoots. Pros and cons to both detachable and integrated. Definitely agree pros and cons. Donald Foss, what's up? Good to see you at WPPI. Next year we will do a lot better, more photo shoot, meeting, etc. Yeah, Donald, man, I appreciate you actually tuning in right now, and I definitely appreciate you coming and coming up to me at WPPI. It's always good to meet the people that are supporting your channel. So that was one. That was another piece that I was saying. So wait, listen, y'all. I have photos for days. Now, I didn't put out a lot of these photos because it's a part of a bigger challenge video, and I didn't want to give everything in my video, which would kind of defeat the purpose, I guess, of making the challenge video. So, I kind of left some of it. But that's the other thing. That is the other thing that is great about WPPI. You get to, in my case, I'm creating this content, and you get to meet people that are supporting your content. So it was a lot of times I would see people that knew who I was from creating my content. And when you are creating this content and you feel like you're not reaching anybody, sometimes that could be something that helps keep you going with this YouTube scenario. So, had this been maybe 2 years ago, it definitely would be like, oh man, okay, I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna keep going, because sometimes you need those pushes to keep you creating when you feel like things are not growing as rapidly as you would like, as some of you probably know. The thumbnail for this video, when you posting that. Yeah, so listen, that's like a whole nother video. Like that goes into the 50mm 1.2, which is what I'm saying is so great about WPPI, because shout out to one of my subscribers. His name is Anthony. He seen me. He was telling me he watched my content, and he asked me, did I use the 50 1.2 yet? And I was like, nah, I probably rent it one day, but I haven't used it. And we were at Ike's photo walk, and he was like, I got it with me now. You could use it if you want it. So I said, say less. Let me get that 50. So, I didn't want to hold it the whole time. So I was, trying to give it back to him. And he was like, no, you could use it the whole time. So check out that video of me using the 50mm f1.2 Nikon S lens, because that's when, if you see the thumbnail for this video, that was shot with the 50mm f1.2. So that was something nice. He also had a 400mm. Now that would have been overkill, but I probably should have used it and just went far, far away. Great location choice for this shoot. If you had your choice and both paid the same, which would you prefer, photography or YouTube content creator? Chad, that is a great question, because hands down, I would choose YouTube content creator. And the reason I would choose YouTube content creator is because it gives me so much more flexibility into what I want to do. So I could still make videos about photo shoots, which I enjoy, but then I can also, which you all probably see a lot more in my videos, is I can incorporate vlogs, which is what I truly enjoy doing. So lately I've been merging those two together, and so you all probably noticed that is because I really started my channel on vlogging. And so now that I have an audience, I can include my vlog style into my photo shoots, which brings kind of like the best of both worlds, where it's like I get to do what I want with the vlogs, but then also give you all what you want to watch, which is the more so the photography content, and then some of you all who will just watch anything that I put out just to support. So definitely would go YouTube content creating. It's broader, and it has a lot more that I could go through from there. Yeah, that compression on that 50, whew, I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with that. Okay, so that was the expo portion. Now the photo walk portion. Now that one image that y'all see, and I'm going to show y'all, that was with my Nikon Z7 II. I'm going to blow it up for y'all right here, because listen, now don't judge this image, because it was only supposed to be a thumbnail. So when I edited this raw file, I didn't really edit it. This is literally a 1 minute edit right here. I literally put it in Photoshop, did a quick edit just so I can make it the thumbnail. So it definitely won't look like this, but I'll let you all see kind of like the sneak peek of some of the images that will be in my 50mm f1.2 video. So I took this, and again, this was a 1-minute edit. I didn't really do anything to this at all, except for put like a preset on there, and that was it. So no dodge and burn, no getting imperfections out, no color correction, things like that. So, and you can actually see people to the left, I would get them out of there, especially because look at that bokeh from that 1.2. I could just get them out with no problem. What's going on, Bryce? So with that deep, rich voice, you can also do DJ work. And now for our next number. Hey, that's you got a good point right there. I need to look into some more perfections. Maybe I could do that on the side. That might be the thing. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of images coming from that particular session right there. I was looking. we're gonna have to mix up the selection. But now, so that was the piece. That was the piece for the photo walks. Now, if you were not able to come, listen. I don't want to say like you missed out, anything like that, but I'm gonna say everybody got circumstances. But if you can plan to come next year, you definitely want to be there. Whoever you wanted to run into, you probably would run into them. Except, some people that just clearly didn't come, but that was a thing. Now, the photo walks, like I said, it was like endless amounts of content, endless amounts of models. What's Sunday night slow jams? So EW, somebody let me borrow that 51.2 at Ike's photo walk for the whole photo walk. So I'm going to make a video about that and kind of give my thoughts on it. See that price point for that lens, I think it's about $2,200 to $2,500. Before I bought that, I would honestly buy a 70 to 200 to replace my DSLR 70 to 200. So before I bought the 50, I would buy the 70 to 200 just because that is what I use when I'm inside. Now, if I could have it my way, I would have both of them and put a Cash App Venmo link in the description below. We only need a few donations. But it's definitely a nice lens. I wish I could have made it out. TJ, man, you gotta make it out to the next one. You have to make it out to the next one. It was just like everything you imagine plus more. Especially, it was, you talk with everybody over YouTube, even from my perspective, like the creator perspective. So, like Ike, Ryan, you got Tog Life. You talk with everybody, through text message, YouTube, you comment, things like that. But it's different when you can meet them in person. A whole lot of fun. But then also it's about connections, right? So you networking, which is what I was telling Ike one time we was in his room. It was just like you never know who people are connected to. So like he brought Taylor Jackson to his photo walk, right? But the same day WPPI happened, which was on a Sunday, we went to Ike's room. And then, so this was before his photo walk. We went to Ike's room and we literally just went to Taylor's room, and he was having like drinks and pizza, and it was just like a chill time. And so if you're not there, and of course, knowing the right people, being connected to the right people, you wouldn't experience that. And one thing is that you never know what can help you grow as a photographer as far as networking. Like, so in Taylor Jackson's video, I had like my TMIDD logo on and everything, and he put it in his video. Now you never know how far that'll go. And so now you can see Taylor, and Taylor like, oh, I know who you are. So networking is key, and that was one of the biggest things that I was saying. And that's probably one of the biggest things that comes to the thought of my mind when I'm thinking about these trade shows. It's like, okay, if I want to create content on YouTube, it's good to create content and be on YouTube putting these videos out, but it's even better to be in the field and walking around so that people see you actually in person, and you can promote yourself, because we all know nobody's going to promote you like you will promote you. So that's why I encourage people to get out there and actually come in person. And especially, if you're on the other side from a business perspective, like if you want to do photography as a business, which you all know I'm just a hobbyist, so I don't even have I don't really, it's not a thing for me to be a photography business. But if that is something for you, you definitely will want to be there, because you never know who you could connect with and what products you probably could use. Like they have a artificial intelligence calling application where it can call through your photos for you. And the difference between you calling through them and the application calling through them is like a minimal difference. So that's something that you might be in the market for, but you don't know about it because you're not really out there and in the field on the ground getting this information. So after you call through your images, you kind of get a pattern. That pattern of what you like, can be used as artificial intelligence information. And so after the time, that algorithm learns what you like and can apply it to every set of images that you do after that. And so therefore you get a set of images from a gallery that you have taken that would almost mirror exactly what you would have chosen already. So that's saving you time with calling through images. So that's just like something else that could be beneficial for you, but you wouldn't know if you're not out attending these things and gaining that type of knowledge, right? Okay. So yeah, that 8512, I would like that too. I have to plan to be there next March. Yeah, so I think they have the dates already. So if you look at WPPI 2023, you will see the dates, and I believe it is in March. That 135. Yeah, I would have liked to use that right there, because with my 70 to 200, I find myself a lot of the times at like 135. Fun fellowship was the best, honestly. Yeah, like natural vibes between people I love that's what I love. Like I love the fact that like what you see on this camera right now is what you're gonna get. It's like that's who I am. So I'm going to have fun. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And so interacting with everybody else is just like a great thing that I enjoyed. So anyone go to Photo Plus in NYC? I was actually thinking about going to Photo Plus this year. I didn't go to the last one. When you have the bokeh and smooth transition to focus area, then that is a special lens. Very special. And that's why it's costing a special price of $25.99. Anthony Miller, T-Mid, what model did you enjoy working with the best and why? That is a tough question right there. I think I'm gonna have to take the the easy one and say all of the models. Yeah, no. To be honest, I would have to say all of them, and only because it wasn't a situation where I could be meticulous with my shots. So all of the shots that I got were just like shots that I was getting in on per se, because I was trying to move around and be able to use the lens with a lot of different people. So I didn't stay with one person a long time. Whereas if I could have like set up a shot that I really wanted with maybe like two lights, and I want this in the background, and I see the views of the mountains in the back, and I want your composition to be like this and your angle to be right here, then I could say something. But it was kind of like, do this. All right, snap, snap, snap. So that was kind of like the deal with that. What lens would you suggest for the A7 III for portraits and wedding? Now, one lens that I would say, and I actually have a Sony too, that is flexible, is the Tamron 28-75, because you got that 28-75. Now, weddings, you want those tight shots and you don't want those wide shots. So if you're looking for some flexibility, I would say that, or you could go 24-70 also. I messed up booking the wrong hotel. I missed all that. Oh yeah, Bryce, man. You have to listen, y'all. I know, okay, this is just future advice. If you go WPPI, do not stay at a different hotel. Now, the beauty of it is because I've been to Vegas before. So I was kind of hesitant, because I was like, last time I went to Vegas, the strip was just packed. It was people everywhere. But when WPPI happens, it is the dry season for Vegas. So it's less people, which is great, because the hotel is busy, but it's not as busy as if it was like prime time Vegas. So make sure you stay at the hotel that the event is happening, because we're going to be doing all this random stuff, and you probably won't want to do it because you're going to be thinking about, I still got to go to my hotel after that. So yeah, you definitely want to do that. Oh yeah, for sure, Philander. So I can't remember even seeing you in a bad mood or depressed. Yeah, I'm always on the up and up. You know, I feel like energy transfers. So, you want to be positive vibes so that everything can go smoothly on both sides of the camera. Yeah. COVID restrictions are being lifted. Are there events that you're looking forward to going to? You know what? I actually wanted to come to Canada and try to create something, but the next event that I'm looking at is probably Photo Plus, but I probably will have like some photo walks that I go to in the meantime. and that's probably the only thing that I'll be looking at. 24 to 70, 72, or any other time. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So now if you shoot weddings like that, I'ma definitely tell you 24 to 70, 70 to 200. Yeah. Now if you only have one camera, then maybe you probably go 24 to 70 and then, just move around to get that shot. But if you got two camera bodies and you can, afford that 24 to 70 and 70 to 200, that was probably that's a setup that a lot of people use, especially for weddings. And I've done a few weddings and do them here and there, and that is my setup. Like I have the Z7 II Nikon and the Nikon D850, and I have a 24 to 70 and a 70 to 200. Yeah, so Imaging USA, you all know I went there. I'm going to go, but the next one is going to be in 2023 also. It normally happens in January, and so that one's supposed to be in Nashville. So I will go to that one too. Okay, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about, because I am going to put some pictures together. I'm going to see. Actually, I can give y'all a view of the other 50. I'm gonna show you another shot from me using the 50 1.2. Hey, Courage, I still got my D850 for a reason, right? It still works. It still gets the job done. And actually, in my latest community post on my YouTube, if you all haven't seen it, I put out a link to some raw files to the photo shoot that I posted. So if you want some raw files, you want to try to edit them, they are in my community tab here on YouTube. And I actually have some D850 files along with some mirrorless Z7 II files in there, and it is a minimal difference. Like you probably will not be able to tell which ones are from the DSLR versus which one is from the mirrorless. Okay. Now this was kind of interesting because these shots were just like on a whim. Like when I say on a whim, they were on a whim. And that's the 50 1.2. And these are raw files. I don't even think I shot. Yeah, I don't even think I shot this with JPEG. Normally I shoot them JPEG so that it makes it easier for me to go through them before I actually edit. So let's see. So yeah, like if you're still sticking with DSLRs, man, listen, I don't have any problem with that. Yeah, Imaging USA is in Nashville. West Coast in the house. What's going on, Scorpio 25? Now, what I want y'all to do, we haven't done this in a while. TMIDD time. Let me know where y'all are watching from. Who do we have in here? Let me know. We are going to go on to the next topic, but I want to know who we have in here. And I'm going to pull up these files, which if you haven't seen my video on my use with the Nikon Z9, that's also on my channel as well. Ike was so kind to let me use his Nikon Z9 and create some images. Okay, so I got those pulled up, and of course I shot those raw with the JPEG. Now the raw file, let me just to give y'all perspective, because you know it's like a 45 megapixel camera, all that good stuff. The raw file to this image is roughly 47.5, about 50. Okay, so we got like an average about 50 megabytes per raw file, which in my workflow, I'm like getting used to that now. So it's not really a big deal at all. Okay, so let's see. So we got Louisiana, Rancho Cucamonga, okay. Outside Pittsburgh, British Columbia, Canada, Tacoma, Washington, Kuwait, Kentucky, next door to Nashville. Okay. Who else we got in here? Now, I didn't put all of these files in the video that I put out, but I'll kind of go through some of them. And actually, this would be interesting because, you know, I used the 20 frames per second here and there, and some files are like duplicates just because of the quickness of that Z9. But we can go through some of those. Okay, we got Philly. Let me know. Keep them coming, y'all. And we're gonna go through. Okay, so we got the dress toss. I think this is before I actually put it in the mode, the 20 frames per second, like burst mode. And listen, y'all have to understand that when I was doing these photos, I was holding one hand recording video on with one hand and shooting with the Z9 on another hand. Oh yeah, so this was definitely one of those moments where I put that 20 frames per second to use. This was definitely one of the moments you could see, like, it's catching that drop. It's catching that dress at every single point. Yeah. So that was one point that I used it. And it did prove to be beneficial because it was a lot. Sometimes it was action happening that you just want to make sure you get that shot. It's like, put it in burst mode. You're going to get that shot. You are going to get that shot. What program are you using to do the quick shift on this? So this program that I'm using right here is OBS. Okay, Cleveland, Ohio. What do 20 frames a second do? Enable you to use video footage as photos. Thought videos. Yeah, so the 20 frames per second is more so for quick action. A lot of people use it for sports because a lot of cameras have like 10 frames, 11 frames previously, but you know, now you can get more frames, which essentially is more shots per second. If you think about, like, in basketball, a dunk happening, the action of a dunk happening is so fast that you will want enough frames to happen. Like, a dunk probably can happen in a half a second, maybe a second. So instead of having 10 shots in that 1 second, being able to have 20 shots or even 30 shots in that second, then you can guarantee that you caught that moment. So that's essentially what that does. And so for me, I just wanted to use it to catch the dress. And so when she let the dress go, it would fall and slowly fall down to the ground. But I just wanted to have the option to have the dress at different heights before it actually hit the ground. And so that's why I switched it. So that was some of the Z9 files. Kind of heavy, not too bad. Make sure y'all hit that like button for me. I appreciate y'all, and continue to let me know where y'all watching from, because I appreciate y'all staying on with me at this time. Now I know some of y'all West Coast, so it's different time for y'all, but it's 12 o'clock over here on T to the M to the IDD radio, Eastern Standard Time. I'm glad that you're here to tune in with me. Maybe I should do radio. So I can't wait to get on this. I'm still a beginner. I'm still learning. Divinely, listen, I appreciate you supporting my channel and actually engaging through the chat. I appreciate that. So let's see. So mirrorless shoots. So that's one of the selling points to some of these mirrorless cameras is they're getting like 30 frames per second and things like that. So when you get those type of rates, it's like either you're going to be able to get the shot or you're not, because if you getting 30 frames per second, listen, that you should be able to get that shot, right? They dropped the dates to Photo Plus finally. Yeah, Bryce. So what's the dates to Photo Plus actually? Because Photo Plus is in New York. New York is, I think, 4 hours away from me. So I'll definitely be at Photo Plus. That's one of those things where I'm telling you all is, just being in person, networking, and, going up to these companies, seeing the new technology that is out. You never know what you can benefit from. A lot of the times, you come to YouTube, and so you might hear me say something. So that's good. You get it from word of mouth. But also being at these conferences, especially the expo, doesn't cost a thing. Now, I know, when you think about it, like WPPI, I had to buy a flight, I had to buy a hotel, I had to buy food. So, that can become expensive. So if you can think about it beforehand, like right now, you have a year head start until the next one. So maybe if it just means budgeting out a little bit, that could be a thing to help. Photo Plus is a Chinese bus ride away. Listen, I used to be faithful on those Chinese buses. I used to do internships in Harlem, New York. So I used to catch that Chinese bus straight from DC straight to New York. So yeah, you're not lying with that. So the next thing I wanted to talk about was the T to the M to the IDD lighting workshop. Okay. So I have a lot of people reach out to me just about the way I do my lighting, right? So I want to put something together that's virtual, right? And so I don't have a cost or anything yet, but this is just kind of manifesting the idea, getting feedback, putting it out into the universe. But a lighting workshop with kind of like more intricate details on how I do my lighting, but then also adding a piece to it where I provide a video of my editing workflow, because I have not put a video out of my Photoshop editing workflow. So what it will be is how I take my images from start to finish. And so what I want to do right now is go into the files that I had just released to you all, because I have, let's see, I have so much stuff here. Okay, so this is the image that I want to show you all. All right, and I'm going to show you all the raw file of this. It's 3186. Okay, so imaging is January 24th to 22nd to 24th. Okay, so now like you got those dates, can make that happen. What advantage does strobe lighting give you over constant light? So the thing about strobe lighting is that one thing it could do better is freeze motion better. That is one thing. Now, one thing about constant lighting is that what you see is what you get, right? So when you see that light hit your subject, you can guarantee that that's how that image is going to look. But with strobes, you got to take that shot. Now, the strobes also for portability are great, and power output, which is why more times than not you see people using strobes on location than constant lights, because you could use a constant light. Okay, 3186. Let me find that image for y'all. Okay, so this is going to be another piece that's added. So I'm going to show you all this image. So this is a raw file. So this is where, with the lighting, I'm telling you all that I would add into the lighting workshop, would be how I would take something from this, right? So I would take this image from right here, and I will show you how I get it to this. So it's a whole process. And I know a lot of us are limited on resources, right? So that being able to do that is like a big benefit, because you see how I'm able to create things in my studio. So that's going to be another piece. So if you are potentially interested in that lighting workshop, then you could definitely send me a DM message on my Instagram. Let's see. And so, yeah, you all know I just put this shoot out probably like this past week, but I actually did this shoot back in October. So that I have so many things that, just sit sometimes, that I have to kind of like bring it back and actually look like what I have, so that I can make sure that I get it. So while we on that note, this is actually the photo shoot that I gave the raws out to. So if you want to try to edit these, I have a link to some of these raw files on my community tab. So feel free to grab those and try to edit. I'm so glad I popped on your live. I didn't know that they held a photography convention so close. I truly look forward to attend. I appreciate you popping on. Did you hear that Nikon dropping, I think, 2 new cameras from the Z system? It's to be rumored though. No, I did not. I'm gonna have to look that up and maybe make a rumor video. Cause that I didn't realize how big rumors were for the Nikon universe. I'll have to look into that. Okay. And also for that particular shoot, I have, I always try to get behind the scenes shots. So I'm going to show you this straight out of camera photo so I can give you context to, how the setup look. And you all know that I pretty much create everything in my basement. So, this was kind of like a behind the scenes shot. And right here, you can see I have a beauty dish. And right here, I have a strip box. And then right here is my camera that I use to record the behind the scenes that you all see on the YouTube. What's going on, Ike? So what do you use to edit your photos? So to edit my photos, it depends what I'm doing. If I was editing a wedding, then I'm going to use Lightroom. If I'm editing a photo shoot for YouTube, I'm probably going to use Photoshop. But Photoshop can take a lot of time depending on how nice you want that image to look. It could take a lot of time to edit. So I try to keep it, considerable. Yeah, that's always the thing. That temperature is not ideal for having a good time. So that's one thing I can think of. Imaging is going to be cold, but WPPI, like, it was nice weather. It was weather conducive to collaborating and networking. Now, like Imaging 2022 was here in DC this year. So I went. I actually have a video on my channel about that. But it actually snowed that day. So it's like really no opportunity to get out and create and do much of anything with people when you're talking about it's snowing outside. Like, who wants to go out and get something to eat? It's snowing. So you got those different types of things that kind of hinder the overall experience. I didn't realize before, but Luminar is based in the Ukraine, but still updating. Oh wow, that's interesting. I guess they gonna still push those out. Listen, if you are if you are new here, I don't know what's going on. Okay, hold on. Let me not put my phone right there. With the imaging in June 2020 when it was in Nashville. The hotel was cool, but it was cold. See, that's the thing. Who wants it to be cold? So yeah, if you are just tapping in, let me know where you are watching from. It is appreciated, and hit that like button for me. So that is what I wanted to go over as far as the lighting workshop. I am going to put together some things in terms of how I light things, but it's going to be more detailed, more intricate, along with my editing process, so you can see how I take my images from start to finish, which is a great thing. Another thing is utilizing the social media platforms to show your work, because from the people that I have in here right now, who wants, like, who was looking at photography from a business perspective? Like, you want to make money from it in the future. You want to be full time if you're not already, or if you want to be part time, when you retire. Like, who was looking at it from that perspective? Nashville doesn't even get that cold. Southern Cal, okay. I need a TMIDD hoodie. Then everyone gonna think I'm TMIDD. No, your name on it. You need one of those TMIDD branded jackets. No, Charles. He needs to wear the hoodie and keep TMIDD on it. That's what you need right there. Okay, second job. So we got a few different. Let's see. Listen, y'all talk about hoodies, and I just look on on my social media, and a hoodie ad popped up. Wow. Okay. So let me transition. A serious amateur says semi-pro. I like to fly under the radar, actually. Oh man. Oh, you flying under the radar? Well, I'm over top of it. You see me coming a mile away. maybe one day. Maybe one day. Google says Skynet is always listening. Definitely turn it into a building. Semi-professional. What's going on, Till? Okay, second job. Definitely turn it into a business. Got you. Okay, so you all already know the importance that social media is playing on, being able to market that as a business. So somebody asked me recently, like, how much do I charge for the stuff I do for YouTube, if I charge differently from the stuff that I do with clients. And I was letting them know, like, a lot of the times the stuff that I do for YouTube is for free. So I'm really dedicating my time for the content, because if I really waited on somebody that was paying me to do content, it's like, how much could I really be creative with that? Because they're coming to me for a certain thing. So me wanting to try, oh, I got this new product, I got this. Maybe they might go for it, but at the same time, they're not really there for it. So that's where you got to kind of figure out what lane you're going to stay in. So where I benefit from the YouTube content is, first of all, sharing the knowledge that I gain with you all. Also, being able to be paid through YouTube ads and be paid by super chats, which are available in your bottom corner via the chat menu below. But I can get paid from super chats through the chat, like right now. But even more so is that 9 times out of 10, when I post a photo on Instagram from a shoot on YouTube, I get a booking. Like it is like non-stop. So like even like today, I posted something and boom, the following from the other person, I get inquiries. Yeah, I want to shoot with you. So the content works twofold for me, YouTube, and I end up getting bookings, which I typically use that money to buy different gear that I want. So it kind of helps the channel in a sense, keeps the channel moving with things that I want to try. I appreciate that, Charles. So I gave that hint, that wink wink. Appreciate it. Kevin Samuels. Oh, I need that. I need those Kevin Samuels sound effects though. Honestly, I'm not putting any limitations on what God will do in the future. Hey, you better preach it till. Why I almost send you $50. Hey, you could still send it. We still taking donations. It's always open. The Lord will bless you. We will bless you. Now turn around to your neighbor and say amen. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, you have no limits. But so what I was trying to say to that extent, with your business, using social media right now is a tremendous benefit to reach people who you want to reach. And so having like that look on your image and getting that image across to other people is important. And so that's a thing that everybody should take heed to, especially marketing yourself, which can be another thing with coming out and networking with other people. Because actually just today somebody called me. You never know who people know. Somebody called me and they said, hey man, I've been looking at your stuff and I have a client for a school that want some photos done for their baseball team. And they said, like, I looked at your stuff and I know you got the quality, and I wanted to know if you would be interested in doing that session. And so it was like for middle school and high school. And that just happened today. And so that came from them seeing some of my work. So that's where I say, like, you never know who knows who you network with, who you meet at these places that could potentially say, oh, I need a second shooter. Oh, I remember this guy that I connected with at this event. His work looks similar to mine, or even if they just need you to take the pictures and they'll edit them, like, oh, he kind of shoots like I would like the wedding to be shot. So I could pick him up as a second shooter. So you got to look at like all aspects of that networking. I'm telling you. Yeah, but pass the plate. I ain't I can't I can't donate to myself, but the y'all could pass the plate and I will pass it on to thy neighbor. Yeah, so word of mouth is a great piece. Like if you have people talking about you, you already in a good light. I was shocked at the turnout from the DMV at WPPI. Made many connections around here, close proximity networking. I'm telling you, look, the DMV was live in full effect. so so we had the WPPI recap with the photo walks. Those were truly like portfolio building photo walks where like you can get a little bit of everything, quality looks, quality models. So even if you're there just to be with like-minded creators, and kind of share the same space with people that go through the same things that you go through and understand what you're saying. Like, man, I had this one client that just and you got somebody beside you that say, man, I had the same exact thing, and this is woo woo. That's it could just be that, like, being with people that deal with some of the same things that you deal with. Don't mind me. um and then we had the lighting workshop. So that is another piece. So if you are potentially interested in the lighting workshop, definitely shoot me a message on IG. If you are not following me on IG, I will put my IG right here, and you can follow me on there. Send me a message if you're interested in that lighting workshop. The next thing, we went through some of those good old Z9 files. Shout out to you, Ike, for letting me use that. And that right there was amazing to see. Also, if you haven't hit that like button, I appreciate if you do that. Also, and then the Nikon 50mm f1.2. Listen, I told y'all I will buy the 70 to 200 first, but that 50 f1.2 is something. Now I have the 51.8, which a lot of people end up getting as their first lens. I rarely use it now. I really don't like the size of the 1.2. I feel like it would take up some of the space, like when I carry certain things, but it would be considered. It would be considered. I could definitely say that. Yeah, have a good night, Divinely. I appreciate you stepping in and watching the content. And then from the 50, we had T to the M to the IDD. I haven't went live with a photo shoot since about a month ago. And obviously, you all probably know that I was dealing with WPPI stuff. And also, to be honest, I kind of been relaxing just because I have so much content. it's like I kind of want to get like the content that I have out from WPPI and stuff that I just been sitting on, like that photo shoot that I showed you that I just released this week, but I actually recorded it in October. So when you get to, at first I was at a place where I didn't have any content archived, so I needed something new every time. Now I'm at a place where I have so much stuff archived. It gives me kind of like a break to not have to hassle too much on, oh, I got to set up this outfit, find this model, do this shoot, edit this video, edit these photos, put it on YouTube. Now it's kind of like, oh, I got this stuff already. So let me just kind of relax and edit everything and then put it out. So it's kind of a good thing, because even though I haven't went live with a photo shoot, I still put out photo shoots or different content. So maybe like the live portion, it's like, hey, you ain't been live in a while, but it's still like, but you still put out videos. So hey, if as long as I put out videos, I feel like I'm good. Okay. But since it's getting warm, I'm trying to set up some shoots. And let me see, I actually have, let's see, you will end up having too much. I actually went to go rent the one too, but they don't have it available yet. So listen, I wish I could have got that one too with your Z9. That would have been a recipe for greatness. that would have been a healthy clickable YouTube video title right there. I could see it now. You will end up having too much. Yeah, so I know one thing with content is you sometimes you end up getting the content, and then if it sits too long and you don't put it out, then you look at it and you like, I'm not putting this out. So I have a few photo shoots like that, and actually one of them came from when I released my 2021 reel. When I released that reel, I had a shoot in there that I had did maybe like March 2021, but I just released it in January 2022 because everybody asked me to release it. Otherwise, it would still be sitting on the back burner. So that is one thing. But we have all the gear. I'm looking at, I have no native Nikon mirrorless lens, so I'm currently looking at the lens that I may want to get and see the difference between those. So that might be something that may be in the works for me. Also, I want to try the Fuji. So I don't have too many local camera stores, but I will try the one that is close to me to see if they have something. I think last time I seen it had like the XT4, so that may be something. The Sony A1 would also be something if I could get that. That would be great. Yeah, that I was just saying that before the 50, I would get the 70 to 200. Hands down, just because I use it that much. But even that 70 to 200 is an investment. Like, I feel like, I don't know, I need to put some shirts on sale or something, So that's another piece, kind of like what I've been doing. I have some merch that I've been sketching up the ideas and trying to get them transferred onto the actual shirts, which I think is some pretty interesting things. So we're gonna be looking out for that. But all of this stuff, it takes time. So, just be mindful of that. Like, all of this stuff takes time to put all together. So I truly appreciate everybody that even watches my content. But on a side note, what I want to say is that you all, I how can you put this? I appreciate everybody watching the content. Like, truly appreciate it, because it takes a lot to put these videos out. Now, I know every time you watch a video, you might not have anything to say, right? But if you could take this in mind, just from a creator perspective, engagement is one of the biggest things to help push these videos as creators, and let YouTube know that these are insightful videos. So beyond liking the video and watching it, which is already a lot, and so I appreciate that, but if you keep this in mind, anytime you watch my content, if you leave a comment, it don't have to be a comment of too much detail. It could be a thumbs up emoji. I would truly appreciate that, because that drives engagement and push videos, and helps the channel grow, which is, at the end of the day, something that I look forward to as I'm creating this content. Like, it's a goal to do this channel, and continuously grow this channel. I was looking at some statistics in like 2019, when I had 0 subscribers, right? And you couldn't pay somebody to watch a video. Well, you literally have to pay YouTube to let your video get seen, because you can't get anything. Hey, I appreciate that too. Let me see. I guess I'm a little behind on these comments. I don't went on a tangent. Hold on. You're gonna buy the Sigma 70 to 200, but rent the Nikon for comparison. Yeah, man, that 2500, man. And that's one thing I kind of tussle with. I like Sigma though, so like, if I did not get that Nikon one, I would get the Sigma one. Automatically, I would get the Sigma one. Yeah, that 28 to 75, I definitely want to see that. Did that comparison already though, but I'll do it anyway. Oh, you're going to be competing with Fro. Nope. 70 to 200, my next lens. Yeah, so it's about 2500 for the Nikon one, but I guess there ain't no way around it with that Z lens. Yeah, that 70 to 200, it does have some weight to it, but the quality that you get, listen, the quality that you get with that 70 to 200 and that compression, especially when you use it inside the studio, you will see a tremendous difference in your image. It will save you a lot, especially like you're shooting on backdrops or things like that. Trust me, you will see benefit. You will see the benefit. $20 for 70, but the new Sony isn't. It's like learning something and watching your top creators is always a plus. Appreciate that, M. Jones. Likes, positive comments for your hard work you put. Thank you, Agnetha. I'll mention it in comments tomorrow. But one thing you could teach, interact with models and make them feel comfortable. Yes, Charles, that is one thing that is maybe I should offer a course. Maybe I should offer a course on that. How to get jiggy with it. How that sound? How to get jiggy with it. These lenses be expensive, and some of them ain't really worth it with the competition out. Yeah, I'm telling you. So especially with Sigma making lenses like that, and you got Tamron coming through and making lens, it make you be like, listen, y'all gonna have to do something about that price. I feel like Nikon lenses trying to go with the Canon L glass, and we can't be having that because that just ain't gonna work. The way my pocket's set up, it ain't gonna work. Now, if I could catch me one on Facebook Marketplace used, y'all know I'm gonna go used first. Yeah, Mosman, you must have that 70 to 200. Ship it to me, and I'll test it out real good, and I'll send it back. No other native alternative. Yeah. See, and that's the thing. Don't get me started on that bazooka lens. Yeah, you need that. You need that lens. I can't hate anything because it's loud. Just wanted to say what up. What's going on, Stan? Charles, please. Real photographers don't complain about weight. Hey, tell him again. But I can see myself owning the 28 to 75 over 24 to 7. That's interesting. That is interesting. I guess because I'll be finding myself trying to use my 24 to 70 as a vlogging lens because I don't have a different one for my other setup. But I do like the 28 to 75 that I have for my Sony. So I can see why you would say that. Sound like it's worth it. It's worth it. All mirrorless glass is worth it. Well, just give me a half down. Let's go half, and you can have it half the year, and I can have it half the year. That'll work. I going on, Tony. Have you ever shopped at KEH before? I heard of KEH. I can't really remember getting anything from one place though. Is like, I guess I don't even know his name, but I've been seeing this one guy on my ads that's like saying you can get gear for $0 payment down with bad credit. So if you want to finance some gear, listen, let my ads play and you'll see them. I can't begin to say. It's like some bootleg commercial. But he's saying he got gear, so yeah, you never know. You never know. Okay, so Courage, I bought an Alien B400 from them, no problems. Let me know when you not telling the truth. I've tried to Shabicate. Their prices have gone way up since they started sponsoring everyone on YouTube. That's interesting right there. We seeing everything high. Gas prices, uh, photography gear, food. We can't catch a break. No complaints, but if it's something important, I tend to go to B&H. Listen, so do y'all ever use Facebook Marketplace or like Craigslist, anything like that? Because I got my Nikon Z7 II from off of Craigslist actually. And so that was something that worked out perfectly. I can't lie about that. Yeah, they took their prices up. They gotta account for all the free stuff that they are putting out. So that's what we have going on. So I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover, and the main point of this was to go over all those things, but also kind of reconnect and talk with you all, because I haven't talked with you all in a while, and I try to make it a point to interact with the people that are supporting me. That's a big thing for me. So I know that when I was at WPPI, I went live a few times. But also sometimes you ain't really need to be redundant with the live. So like I went live a few times where only I was live. Ike went live a few times, so it was like, okay, you can go to his live, and then some other people went live. So I didn't really feel the need to go live each and every time. And then also, I would have had my live camera, I would have had my vlogging camera, and then I would have had my photography camera, which that would have been a whole situation. So, you kind of do it where it makes sense. I'm afraid to buy some deals too good to be true on Facebook. Oh man. Sold my D750D big money on Craigslist. Allowed me to transition. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be putting my D800 on there because I don't have any use for it. I bought junk on Fred Miranda before. It's always a risk. High risk, high reward. That's what they say. Somebody actually did send me something from Fred and Miranda. I didn't. One of my subscribers did. I didn't know about that at first. It was a 8600 that was like $300 or something like that. It was something significant, like almost like, yeah, you might as well get that. See, I tried to go live at Ghost Town. It was a struggle. So I quit. Yeah, actually, I do remember you trying to go live. I thought it was a success. So I guess it was kind of spotty. And I unlisted it because it was horrible. Hey, at least you tried. At least you tried. heard there was very poor reception. Yeah, so now listen, let me tell y'all the funny thing about Ghost Town. The funny thing about the reception at Ghost Town is that people was asking me what service I had, and they would say, "What service you got? Cricket?" Like trying to make a joke. And the funny thing was that I did actually have Cricket, and my service was working phenomenally in Ghost Town. So the joke was on everybody else. I'm talking about my service was good. Now I probably could have went live if I wanted to out there. That's how good my Cricket service was. So listen, don't sleep on these side brands, okay? I don't watch them all that often, but what do you like? D750 all day. Yeah. Okay. So we hit the 2 hour mark. It's 1 in the morning. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I Now I ain't saying y'all got to, but T to the M to the IDD is about to shut it down. Wanted to come on and discuss these topics with you. I appreciate all of y'all coming on, spending y'all time on this live stream with me, because we know y'all could be doing something else, especially if you're on the East Coast, because it is late. Now, if you're on the West Coast, what is it, like 10 o'clock? Yeah, it's like 10 o'clock. So it's even late for you. So you definitely could be doing something else right now. But I appreciate y'all tuning in. T to the M to the IDD. Like I like the ring to that. All I have to say is T to the, and in your head, everything else resonates, right? T to the M to the IDD. I will catch y'all on the next live, which it will probably be a photo shoot that I'm supposed to do on Tuesday, but it depends on how I feel. So we're going to see. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one, though. I appreciate y'all tuning in.